On this picture there are actually about 8 features which you should pick up on, possibly 9 or 10. Can you make a list of them now? Of course, we must not fool around in the workshop. If you look at this picture here, there's again about 5 or 6 things that you should pick up on if you look at it carefully. One of the things is you should not wear sandals in a hard workshop area. Again, looking at this one, there are some obvious features which you should spot. You shouldn't throw planes, of course, in a workshop. Certainly not darts with pointed arrows, they could take somebody's eye out. But be aware there are quite a few other little things in this picture you should pick up on. This picture is nice and simple. There's really only a couple of points here, and that is the rucksacks are actually in a corridor. Don't put bags in a corridor where you can be tripped over. And there's also somebody with a drinks bottle on the table. Each table has electric points, so we don't put drinks near electric points. Drink at the back of the room only. Here it's obvious what's wrong. Should never run in a workshop area. Or, I guess, you should not step in front of somebody carrying a sheet of glass when they are running into you. With this particular picture, I always feel like saying, the boy is saying, "Sir, sir, my robot's revolting." Anyway, look at the picture. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 possible reasons why I think it could be dangerous. Never be tempted to do this. This could result in blinding someone. The files have hit together to create a spark, which entertains some boys, which is stupid. The files could actually snap off and fly through the air and easily blind someone. Also, there are 1 or 2 other points in that picture you should spot. Again, here there are about 7 or 8, possibly 9 hazards or safety features you should be aware of. So try to make a list of these. And lastly, this picture shows 3 boys working in the workshop. There are a clear 5 problems here, or 5 hazards that you should pick up on, possibly more, but 5 that I can see quite easily.
Stop it. Go now, walk now. Now go. Back.
Okay, hello
Hello,
everybody.
everybody.
Good evening and
Good
happy
evening and
Sunday
happy
to you all.
Sunday to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, wonderful thing to have all of you here tonight is the first meeting of the year 2024. I want to say Merry Christmas in arrears to everybody and a Happy New Year to you all. It's a good thing that we were able to maintain safety to ensure that we're safe in all our activities and our celebrations, in our travelings, and in our correspondence with all others, our family members. We are all safe and we are healed and healthy. Good to see you all in 2024. I am so delighted to still be here again as well. So thank you everybody and welcome to the first edition of OSH Association Members General Meeting 2024. That is January 2024. We are so glad to have you all around and it's going to be an insightful one. It's going to be very, very smooth and we enjoy all of you to stay connected. Thank you once again. I will be your host for today. My name is Justin Adoga. Uh, so I'll be your host. I'll be hosting this meeting to ensure that everything works out smoothly. But before we continue, I just want to give this brief insight so that we know what we should do whenever we come on. Please just ensure you mute yourself to enable us communicate effectively. We don't want to be distracted by any external sound in the process of the meeting going on. So let's ensure that if you are not making any contribution at the moment, just keep yourself muted and allow those who are making contribution to speak. It will be very, very important so that we all get coordinated. And please, if your device is not named accordingly, please assist us by putting the correct name on your device. So if you are a fellow, you can attach fellow to it, FOSHA, your membership, you can add it to it so that for those, since it's not a physical meeting, we might not be able to see you to know who we are interacting with directly, but by your name, we'll be able to understand who and who is in the meeting and we'll be able to interact with you effectively. So today's meeting is going to be themed the impact of occupational health safety as a role model in the workplace. So we'll be looking at our guest speaker will be available to do justice to that topic, and we are going to be announcing some of the activities of OSH Association as usual, and we also have opportunity to network and connect with one another. And in peradventure, there are some issues that need to be addressed in this about the association or some innovations or some ideas as a member of the association that you want to bring in to ensure that OSH association is run smoothly, effectively in a way that will benefit you as a person, your organization, and every other individual as a whole in Nigeria. Please, you are free to bring it forth and there will always be room for that. So I want to join us. In case you will forget, just try as much as possible to write everything down so that you won't forget when you have opportunity to speak. Thank you so much and welcome everybody. I hope we can all hear me. Let me be sure that I'm not speaking to myself.
Yes,
we can hear you. Yes, I can hear you very well.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that affirmation. Thank you very much. I'm glad that everyone can hear me. So it means we can move on right from here without waste of time. This is 7 minutes after 5. And normally, as we always do it, we don't have to wait for everybody to come, because for those that have come here, that are here on time, I know we all have busy schedules, but because of the importance you place on this meeting, you have decided to be available on time. And it will not be wise for us to decide to keep you waiting while we wait for others to join. So I want to take off from here immediately. Thank you everyone for joining. Okay, so just a reminder, please ensure you mute yourself if you are not called to talk, or you are not supposed to say anything, because it will be a distraction for us here when we are hearing background noise and it's not related to what we are dealing with at the moment. So ensure you keep yourself muted. Thank you very much. Okay, we are supposed to have the welcome address by our Honorable Engineer Dr. Emmanuel Umalaka, the Executive Director, Africa and Middle East region. But I'm not sure she has joined. He is in the meeting yet, maybe due to 1 or 2 commitments. But definitely, I'm very sure that he's going to join us any moment from now. So I want to let us know that we also have here the regional administrator of OSH Association, UK Nigeria region, in person of Dr. Aliyu Mohammed. So I'm glad to have him in our midst. He's my boss. So he may want to give us that opening remark before we continue to every other aspect. So Dr. Aliyu, please, you can go ahead with an opening remark, sir.
Thank you very much. Very good evening. The President.
Good evening, sir.
The power of sin is also wrong. The Supreme Court now finally takes a very holistic look.
Yes, you can go ahead, sir. I've muted the person.
Yeah. Okay. And is Dr. Ambassador Olusegun Adoremi FOSHA, Chairman Council of Fellows, Dr. Dalat Muhammad, member of the Community of Fellows, Nigeria and Diaspora, esteemed members, very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I feel the honor to welcome you all on this monthly general meeting of its first of kind here. Is here. We cannot forget also the activities, the significance of 2023, because it was significant fulfillment. And today we will supply you with diverse range of ideas as usual, multiple source of knowledge into our community, that is OSHA Association, which we take nothing into granted at all times of safety. Employee and employer safety is critical always to our own and a priority. So I am very glad and pleased to report to an improvement to strong and isn't a carefully imbibed and selected. And that is why our able member questions articulated, selected, just like this today's theme, and health as a role model into our workplace. We, in fact, had a solid year 2023 that was characterized with thoughtful activities. This year also will not be an exception. The year 2024 outlook is positive. The conditions are favorable as well, and business will positions and continue to prosper in future because we all believe that all members are committed. I look forward to this year's deliberations ahead with confidence and thought. So therefore, I wish us all the memorable type of discussions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much for that welcome speech. We are glad to always have you receive us whenever we call on you to come and give us insight. Thank you very much. It's a sign that we are all welcome. I have spoken on behalf of the regional president, the Chairman Council of Fellow, the Executive Director, Africa and Middle East region, and every other person. He has spoken on behalf of OSH Association Nigeria, UK Nigeria region. I want to also inform us that in this meeting, we have teams of participants, co-colleagues from OSH Association Nigeria region, head office in Abuja, different departments, the membership unit, the training unit, the media, and as well as different other departments that exist within the association. They are also present in this meeting to assist. So in case you have any correspondence directed to any of the units, please feel free to always draw the attention of the organization and someone will respond to it immediately. So thank you very much, everybody, and welcome. At this juncture, I want to still emphasize, please, if you are entering this meeting and because it's a virtual meeting, we will not have the opportunity to know you as a person or to know the position or who it is that is available in this meeting. So you help us by writing your name accordingly, the way you want to be addressed, and as well as your membership category in OSH Association. It's going to help us to identify you appropriately when the time comes for that. So thank you very much. I'm sure we are going to be adhering to that. So good to have everyone here. Right now, I want to give an opportunity to our fellows. If you're a fellow here and I'm not, possibly I might not be able to identify all, but you can just help us by raising up your hand, your electronic hand, and you'll be called upon to give your goodwill message. So please just assist us with that and we'll be glad to have you talk to us. Okay, Mr. Abayomi Dixon, Tinder is one of our distinguished fellow. Please, you can go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues and distinguished members of the association. I'm saying I wish everyone Happy New Year in this new year 2024. And I want to use the opportunity to welcome our new regional president into the fold. Although he has been our member, but thank God he's now handling the mantle of the association. So we wish him well. And I welcome everyone once again into the meeting for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Yes, thank you so much. Good to hear from you, sir. I'm sure we are going to be hearing more, even in the process, and we are going to be doing more together as an organization. Thank you very much. Okay, let's hear from Mr. Sam Otoboeze. So that is one of our distinguished fellows. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening all, and happy to welcome each and every one of us back from the Christmas break. To congratulate our regional president and welcome him to the forum. Last year was momentous. We do hope that this year will be greater than last year in terms of outreach and awareness. We have to take it from where we stopped last year. Safety is everybody's business. And I wish us a safety year. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Sam. Thank you so much. Yes, really appreciate your input and your commitment to OSH Association as well as to safety as a whole. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. All right, going forward, I'm seeing Engineer Ahmed Kutigi. Please, are you available, sir? Can you just say something to us?
Thank you very much, sir. And thank you, everybody. Also, I'm grateful to be part of today's lecture as usual. It has always been contributing to our knowledge and also keeping us abreast on how to keep ourselves, environment, and systems safe. And I wish us all well today and the speaker that is going to speak with us. And I hope we'll be able to put all he's able to tell us into use for ourselves, our systems, and for a nation at large. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Kutigi. Thank you so much. You are one person that is always available, always committed to the association that I know as well, and it's an honor to have you around today again because you are always following up with the activities of the association. Thank you so much. All right, let's hear from Dr. Engineer Ronald Itua. Please go ahead, sir.
I want to use this opportunity to thank everybody for their presence in today's meeting. More importantly, we all know that Nigeria as a nation is playing their football match. Irrespective of that, we took our time out to attend, even in the, at the prompt minute and hour. So knowledge, of course, is very important, in as much as well that we need a recreation to refreshing ourselves. But I haven't been here in the right time. We want to welcome everybody and thank you for your time out. We hope and anticipate to see a very good, enjoy today's lessons, and then we'll gain a lot today. Thank you for the organizers and thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Engineer Ronald. Thank you so much for that contribution and that commitment. Yeah, we are so grateful to have you available today again. All right, I'm checking through to see if there's any other person that want to say anything before we move into the next agenda for today. All right, I want to bring somebody. I know definitely she will have something to say to us. Okay, Mr. Sam, you still want to say something? I can see your hand up.
No, please. Let me drop it.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. The General Secretary, Rivers State Chapter OSH Association, Mary Jane Ogogo. I know she will want to say something to us before we proceed. Is one of those people that are committed to driving OSH Association activities as well. I'm sure she will have one or two things to say to us before we proceed to the next section. Thank you very much, Ms. Mary Jane. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate this opportunity. Thank you, everybody. I want to use the opportunity to say Happy New Year to us all. You're welcome to 2024. And I want us to anticipate greater things with OSH Association UK for this year. I'm sure we have all seen, those of us that are members and on membership platforms in different states, I'm sure we have all seen the schedule for international activities for the year. I want to advise that we will start planning for them early enough so that we'll get the best of the year. Last year was very eventful and impactful, and I'm certain this year we'll do so much more. However, we need everybody's collective efforts to get to where we want to go to. The regional president has rolled out a new phase of the National Safety Advocacy Project. It is not just for the regional president or the regional administrator or the regional office alone. It is for everybody. We need everybody's collective efforts. We need everybody's input. When we come to meetings like this, an avenue for you to put out your inputs there so that we put it all together and take actions. Thank you very much. And I wish us all a celebration. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Mary Jane. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. We appreciate your input, and we appreciate what you are doing with the chairman, Rivers State chapter. Thank you so much. All right, I want to call on the chairman, Lagos State chapter of Occupational Safety and Health Association, Engineer Laolu Oguntuyi. Please go ahead, sir, and make your contribution.
Thank you very much. On behalf of people of Lagos State, I wish everybody Happy New Year. And OSHA has started very well this year, at least for 3 days last week. I was involved in a program with the Federal Ministry of Health. We are trying to plan for the way things can go forward in the Federal Ministry of Health, especially in the Department of Occupational Health and Safety. Once again, I wish you better year for safety. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, OSHA Association is already actively involved in several activities for the year. So the year has just gone a bit, almost half of the month of January, but activities has been on already. So many activities has been going on, and we appreciate everyone that has been following, that has been involved, and ensure that the activities are running effectively. So thank you so much. At this point, I know the regional president is going to be joining us very soon, any moment from now, and we will be able to hear from him as well. But I need to be sure of his movement to understand when he's going to come in. But once he's here, I've just been trying to look around to see if he has joined, but I'm sure other engagement has kept him from joining by now. So, but once he's in the house, he's going to be making his speech and give us other details concerning his own side in the association. But meanwhile, without wasting of time, I want us to go directly into the training of today, which is very, very important. And we will still have opportunity to talk later. Apologies for those who I didn't call to make their own remark now. I'm sure we can still be able to do that later after the training. But in order to save time, I would just want us to go into the training. Then after the training, we can take every other thing and move on. Thank you so much. So the person that is going to be handling the training today is in the person of Mr. Stephen Abayomi Olupo. He's a fellow of Occupational Safety and Health Association, and is an HSC of manager, as well as a CEO and an MD. So he's a seasoned person when it comes to occupational health and safety, and so he's going to be taking us through the impacts of occupational health safety as a role model in the workplace. So, Mr. Stephen Abayomi, please, you are welcome to the podium. We are glad to have you around. If you are ready, we are ready for you, sir.
Happy New Year, professional colleagues, everyone, Council of Fellows, Mr. President, forgive me for the order of recognition. I greet everyone. Let me attempt to share my screen, and so we can start the training. I don't know if you can just share for me from the other side, because I'm seeing I clicked my PowerPoint and it's telling me unsupported. I'm not really a guru in this internet in Zoom use yet. Yeah. So you can share for me, I would appreciate, since the document is there. I don't know if the host can hear me. If you can help me share. Okay.
Just a few minutes, sir. Let me see
All
if
right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
if I can help you share from here.
After this training, I will go and do some extra training on the use of Zoom for sharing.
Can you see the screen, sir?
I can see it, yes. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. We have about 26 minutes for our presentation. And again, I want to welcome everyone to a very great year. Like someone said, OSHA started very, very strong this year. And I believe that we are going to cross many rivers and climb many heights this year by the grace of God. So we are looking at the impact of occupational health and safety as a role model in a workplace today. So let's go straight to the next slide. Because of time, I'm going to try to do like 1.5 minutes on each page because we have about 23 slides. So our safety moment, I want to advise every one of us to mute our microphones so we can enjoy the session. Put your mobile phones on silent mode. Unplug your phone from power while in meeting. So please don't, it's an unsafe act to plug your phone to power and you are listening, using it to hear a message at the same time. It could explode. So use earpiece for clearer sound so you can enjoy the session. Avoid all forms of distractions. You can post questions or ask after training. So I think it's better you just write down your questions so that the moderator can take it up as soon as we round up. So the training content for today, we'll be looking at 3 key stakeholders in OSH role modeling. So government agencies, private organizations, and safety managers. These are basically the major key stakeholders in role modeling in occupational safety and health management at the workplace. So we will explore how each of these key stakeholders can make valuable impact in our national quest for good occupational health and safety culture that translates to reducing accidents to the barest minimum and makes the workplace safer for all stakeholders. Next slide. The impact of role modeling in promoting good occupational health and safety culture in the workplace is a critical aspect of creating a safe and healthy work environment. When employees sees their leaders and colleagues prioritizing safety and following proper health and safety protocols, they are more likely to do the same. So role modeling not only sets a positive example, but also creates a culture where everyone feels responsible for their own safety. Please mute that person. Role modeling not only sets a positive example for, but also creates a culture where everyone feels responsible for their own safety and the safety of others. In this discussion, we will explore the importance of role modeling in occupational health and safety and how it can be effectively implemented in the workplace. Next slide. So how can government agencies become role model for national stakeholders? Everyone look at the government. The government is the major, biggest stakeholder in role modeling in safety. So in order to become a role model for a good health, safety, and environment culture at the workplace, the government must take proactive steps to create very robust policies, provide resources, and set an example for businesses and organizations to follow. While Nigeria can boast of a HOSH policy, the HOSH policy was just reviewed last year, we will all agree that our implementation and enforcement scorecard is extremely poor. So below are some suggestions on how the government can become a better role model to national stakeholders. We are happy that we have some government big men and women on the platform who are members of OSHA Association UK. So I'm sure they are listening and we'll be looking at some of our recommendations here. So number one is robust policies and regulations. The government must establish and enforce robust HSE regulations. The government should develop comprehensive HSE regulations that are in line with international standards and best practices. These regulations should cover areas such as workplace safety, environmental protection, and employee health. Enforcing these regulations rigorously will send a strong message about the importance of HSE to all stakeholders. Number two, adequate budgeting for HSE training. This cannot be overemphasized. The government must provide resources for HSE training and education in all the MDAs at all levels. The government can allocate funds for HSE training programs and initiatives. These could include subsidizing HSE courses, workshops, and certifications for both employers and employees. By investing in HSE education, the government can equip individuals with the knowledge and skills that are needed to prioritize safety and environmental protection in the workplace. Like we know that the OSH desk officers, all of them need to be trained, and OSHA Association is ready to partner with the government and help at all levels for this training. But of course, the government must have adequate budgeting for that and make sure that the fund is available for that training to develop the capacity. Number three, lead by example. You see, it's hypocritical to say one thing with your mouth and do something else, you know, on the other hand. So government agencies and offices should embody a strong HSE culture themselves. We want to see when we enter government offices, ministries, agencies, and parastatals, we want to see the sign that HSE is being prioritized. We want to enter government agencies' toilet and see the place very neat, see good supply of water, see the place well lit, see the doors are in good shape, you know, with lock. We want to see the staircase, that it has the correct standard, it has rails. We want to see the lift, elevator, lifts, or whatever it is that is moving people from one floor to the other, working well. We want to see the environment clean. We want to see the government playing key role in these areas and ensuring they take full charge of the health, safety, and environment management in the workplace, so that the workers will know that the government is prioritizing their health, safety in the workplace and welfare. So this means adhering to strict safety guidelines. It means implementing environmentally friendly practices and ensuring the well-being of all government employees. By setting a high standard in health, safety, environment, and prioritizing the welfare of workers, the government can inspire other organizations to follow suit. So number four, the government must offer incentive for HSE excellence. You know, people like incentives. The government can introduce incentive programs to reward staff, businesses, and organizations that demonstrate outstanding commitment to HSE. This could include cash or material gifts and awards, tax breaks, grants, or recognition programs for those who excel in maintaining a safe and healthy work environment. Next slide. Number 5, conduct regular HSE inspections and audits. Government agencies responsible for labor and environmental oversight should carry out regular inspections and audits that ensure that businesses are complying with HSE regulations. By holding organizations accountable for their HSE performance, the government can promote a culture of compliance and continuous improvement. Number 6, collaborate with industry stakeholders. The government should work closely with industry associations, labor unions, and other relevant stakeholders to develop cohesive strategies for promoting HSE best practices. By engaging with these groups, the government can gain valuable insights and ensure that HSE policies are aligned with the needs and challenges of different sectors. Next slide. Number 7, promote transparency and accountability. Without transparency and accountability, HSE management will not work. The government can establish reporting mechanism for HSE incidents and compliance data platform that every member of the public can use. By making these information public and available, businesses and the general public can hold organizations accountable for their HSE performance. Transparency can also encourage companies to prioritize HSE as part of their corporate responsibility initiatives. Number 8, invest in HSE research and innovation. The government can allocate resources for research and development in the field of HSE. These could involve funding studies on emerging safety technologies, environmental conservation methods, and health-related initiatives. By supporting innovation, the government can drive progress in HSE practices and encourage the adoption of new, more effective solutions. Number 9, engage in public awareness campaigns. You see, there is a very poor awareness on occupational safety and health in Nigeria. Advocacy is very, very poor. We scarcely hear on the radio or television news about how companies, businesses can comply with HSE protocols, requirements, laws, and legislations. We scarcely hear things like that. We scarcely hear anything like, what you should do if your employers is not, complying with HSE laws. I mean, these things should be on the radio, they should be on the TV, they should be on the internet, they should be everywhere. The responsible agencies should put this information out, let the members of the public know what are the responsibilities of their employers and the responsibility and their own responsibilities in regard to occupational safety and health management, in regard to their health and safety and welfare protection at the workplace. And everyone should know where you can report and how you can report non-compliance of your employers, at the workplace. So the government can use this platform to raise awareness about the importance of HSE through public campaigns, educational materials, and outreach events. The government can inform the public about their rights and responsibilities related to safety and environmental protection. These can help foster a culture of HSE consciousness among the general population. In the UK, anyone can report to HSE. You just go to their website and type, you can report any incident. The website is there to report. You just go to the website, upload pictures, just fill in whatever happens. You have photographs, you have whatever, you have your evidence, you post it, and the government will take it up immediately. So if our government is serious about this, we can begin to take some very active steps along that line. So number 10, the government must foster international cooperation on HSE issues. The government can collaborate with other countries and international organizations to share best practices and coordinate efforts to address global HSE challenges. We can see what OSHA Association UK is doing, trying to link and become the bridge between Nigeria and other countries so we can see what is happening in other places. That is the reason OSHA Association is creating, is collaborating with other agencies across the world, inviting stakeholders to come attend meetings abroad so that our people can see what is happening on the other side of the world so we can take a cue and learn from them. We cannot be in a global village and live as if we are in a secluded isolated village. So by engaging in dialogue and partnership on an international level, our government can contribute to the advancement of HSE standards worldwide. We want to see Nigeria taking its place as that driver of occupational safety and health compliance in West Africa, in the entire West Africa, and Nigeria can do that. Next slide. By taking these steps, the government can lead by example and establish itself as a role model for promoting a strong HSE culture at the workplace. Through effective policies, investments, and partnerships, the government can inspire businesses and organizations to prioritize the well-being of their employees, the protection of the environment, and the promotion of a culture of safety and health. So I think that is all for the government as a role model. So we quickly look at this, and wherever we can stop, when our time is gone, we'll stop there. But I'm sure we are going to share the material so that everyone can get the full presentation. So actually, we are looking at government as we're looking at the key stakeholders in role modeling in HSE management in the country. We are looking at government, we are looking at the private company owners, and we are looking at the safety managers themselves within the organization. So we're looking now at the private organization, how private organization can become role models for the nation. So despite the poor enforcement of national OSH legislations and regulations, private organization can act as a role model in promoting a good health, safety, and environment culture in several ways. Here are some suggestions on how companies can achieve this. I itemized about 8 of them. So leadership commitment. The leadership team sets the tone for the organization. So by demonstrating a strong commitment to HSE, including setting clear HSE objectives and regularly communicating the importance of HSE to all employees, the leadership can inspire and motivate employees to prioritize safety and environmental responsibilities in their daily work. So without leadership commitment at the highest level in private company, HSE endeavors will not work. The safety officer will just be pushed aside. Nobody's going to respect him. One junior officer, maybe project manager or supervisor will just tell him to shut up. At a time will come when the safety officer or safety manager will become irrelevant in the organization. If there are no commitment at the highest level, the CEO, the directors must all be involved in safety management, HSE management at the workplace. So there have to be, number 2, comprehensive policies and procedures. Every successful endeavor begins with a robust policy. So the company, the organization must develop and implement comprehensive HSE policies and procedures that are in line with industry best practices and legal requirements. These policies should cover all aspects of the health, safety, and environment, including occupational health, safety protocol, emergency response plans, environmental protection measures, and sustainability initiatives. Next slide. Number 3, training and awareness programs. Invest in regular HSE training and awareness programs for all employees. These programs should cover topics such as These programs should cover topics such as hazard identification, risk assessment, proper use of personal protective equipment, emergency procedures, environmental conservation practices, and the importance of sustainability in the workplace. Employees should be engaged. Employee engagement. We have to encourage active participation from employees in the development and implementation of all the HSE initiatives. Organizations can establish HSE committees or worker participation programs to ensure that employees have a voice in improving the HSE culture in their workplace. Number 5, safety culture surveys. Conduct regular surveys to assess the existing safety culture within the organizations. These surveys can help in identifying areas of improvement and provide valuable insights into the effectiveness of HSE initiatives. So recognition and incentives. Implement a system that rewards and recognizes employees who actively contribute to maintaining a positive HSE culture. This could include recognizing individuals or teams who demonstrate exceptional commitment to HSE practices. People like to be recognized, and the recognition can encourage people to do better, to do more. Then number 7, leading by example. Leaders and managers should not be found cutting corners. They should not be the one telling safety officers to abandon the rule, to allow them to break rules, to break HSE rules on the workplace. They should consistently demonstrate their commitment to HSE by following safety protocols, reporting near misses, and actively participating in HSE activities. When employees see their leaders prioritizing HSE, it sets a strong example for others to follow. Number 8, continuous improvement. We must foster a culture of continuous improvement by regularly reviewing and updating HSE policies, procedures, and practices based on evolving industry standards. Lesson learned from accident and employee feedback must be well used, to improve our HSE standards. Number 9, supplier and contractor engagement. Many times companies have suppliers, they have contractors, and sometimes they just allow them to do their thing their own way. So we must extend, employers must extend HSE expectations to suppliers and contractors by ensuring that they adhere to similar HSE standards as the organization. Collaboration with the suppliers and contractors on HSE best practices can help create a holistic approach to safety and environmental responsibility within the organization's supply chain. Transparency and communication. The employer must establish transparent communication channels for sharing HSE-related information with all employees, whether it's WhatsApp, whether it's email, whether it's whatever. There have to be a clear platform that is used for communication, and transparency must be promoted and encouraged. This includes openly discussing incident reports, near misses, and lessons learned to create a culture of learning and improvement. So employers should not be hiding information about accidents from their workers. If there's an accident and investigation has been conducted, the outcome of that investigation must be made known to all employees. Lessons learned must be shared with all employees so that we can learn and we can prevent reoccurrence. So we have number 11 is community engagement. Engage with the local community to promote HSE initiatives and share best practices. These can include participating in community cleanup efforts, supporting local environmental conservation projects, and promoting safety awareness in the community. Regular audits and inspection. You cannot, no matter what we've done, there is no perfect system. So your HSE systems, we need audit from time to time. It will need review from time to time. And the only way we can discover the defects in our HSE system, HSE management system, is to carry out audits and inspections. So conduct regular HSE audits and inspections to ensure compliance with established standards and to identify opportunities for improvement. This demonstrates the organization's commitment to maintaining a safe and sustainable work environment. So finally, on this, private organization as a role model for the nation, for others in their industries, and for the nation, by implementing these practices, a private organization can establish itself as a role model to others in their industry by promoting a good HSE culture. This not only benefits the staff and the organization itself, but also sets an example for other organizations to follow, contributing to a safer and more sustainable business environment overall. So I don't know, I would like to ask the host if I can talk about safety managers' role as role model, how safety managers can become role model, or we can just wrap it up here and let everyone just read as we share the materials, because my time is already gone. I need a feedback.
Oh, yes. Yes, thank you very much. I think we can share the slide across to everyone, and then they will be able to get access to read. So we can stop here and perhaps get some other questions or contributions from the people. That would be nice.
If that's the case, then we can go to questions. Unfortunately, I know that we have, most of us here are safety managers. We will not be able to ask questions directly linked to our role as role models, as safety managers in the workplace, because we wouldn't have been able to see the slide yet. So, but we can take the questions, and if there's any question now, we can ask. And of course, after this training, when you get the materials, you should still have questions, you can still send in the questions, and we will respond accordingly. Thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Stephen. Thank you so much for that session. Is an impactful one, insightful, and I'm sure a lot of us has learned a lot of things.
Pleasure is
and
mine.
so many persons might have questions to ask, and we are always glad to have you around to inspire us with some safety understanding. Thank you so much.
The pleasure is mine, sir.
All right, so now we will take some few minutes of questions. So if you have questions to ask concerning what has just been said, please just go ahead and ask your questions. If you have addition to maybe an input to the discussion, please go ahead and put your, and let's hear you. In a few minutes, maybe in the next 5 minutes, we can do that, and then we'll move over to the next session. Please, if you have a question, you can raise up your hand, or a contribution, just raise your hand, and we'll be glad to get that from you. Okay, Dr. Engineer Ronald, please go ahead, sir.
Hello. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, the facilitator. The topic treated is robust, and I appreciate the effort you put in together to prepare this.
Thank you, sir.
However, I'm trying to fight with my mindset in the course of the training. Why I say so is because many of the clause we get in is the government can, and then we went into the private. I was very impressed with your preparations in the private, but the issue of can also came in. So I'm wondering, is this topic about what the government can do or what the government should do? Because it's more like we should enforce, because in one of the slides you said implementation is poor. Yes, that is true. So if it's poor, is it what can be done or what should be done? So the clause of can was apparently so much. And then, but for the private, yes, more of what the private should be doing. You know, I felt that very well, and I was really carried out. So I need a clarity on that, because as OSHA, we are supposed to enforce, and not. I don't know. Maybe help me. Somebody should help me, please.
Thank you very much, Engineer Ronald. That's Engineer Ronald, right?
Very correct, sir.
Thank you very much, Engineer Ronald. I think that's just aesthetics on the language. You know, we are Nigerians, we are not Americans, and we are not British. So I think you can pardon me for the typo errors or the choice of or misplaced language there. I'm a Nigerian, a Yoruba, from the Yoruba extraction. I did not read the English. I did not read English in school, so I'm a safety professional. So I think the message is very clear. So the government should, the government can. I'm just trying to say the same thing. I think we all get that message. What the government should be doing is what they're supposed to be doing. That's why we are trying to put that across. So I think we are on the same page on that. It's just aesthetics of English language.
Okay. Okay. So finally, please, to wrap it up, my suggestion, please, is a suggestion. In such a write-up, could you please next time back it up with some standards and regulations? For example, more of your talk is associated to the ISO 45001:2018. So why don't you just sometimes in some of those areas you are picking, you know, examples from, you just, okay, you quote, you know, so it doesn't look like plagiarism or something like that, because it's more like you prepared this. I saw that it's from your head, I mean, your mind, you prepared this. So why don't you just quote some of the standards, you know, to back up some of these things you're trying to talk about? Just a suggestion, please. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you again, engineer. When you are going to make presentation, you look at the time that you've been given. I had literally 24 minutes to speak, to do justice to the topic. When the topic was given to me, I was just looking at how I'm going to handle it. And I was able to create time yesterday to work on this, and I putting it together. Okay. There's no time to do all this. You can see I can't even finish
all those things. Okay.
You know, I can't even get to the third part of it. So there's no time at all. If we have, like, this is something you should be doing for at least 1 hour, you know, and we have only 26
1
minutes.
hour.
So at least 1 hour, you know, and we have 26 minutes. So I'm sure if we are having a good time to do this, we can do better. Yes. We'll just look at what we can push into 26 minutes. Yes. Thank you very much for that concern too. And submission.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
You're welcome, engineer. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much for the questions, and thank you for the answers. Can we hear from Mr. Joseph? Hey, please go ahead, sir. Mr. Joseph, are you there, sir?
Yeah, Speaker, I really want to appreciate you for a robust lecture that has been delivered.
Thank you very much, sir. Can hear you, Mr. Joseph. Thank you.
Yes,
okay. You dwell on government agencies, the private organization, and safety managers. Permit me to give a little contribution on what you've just said so far.
Thank you.
Safety is so key, and it's every man's job. I want to say this, that establishing safety as a priority for our job is very important. And two, making safety-minded decisions. Whenever we want to take decisions, we should be safety conscious in whatsoever we are doing. Most of the firms or the organizations, they don't really look into this, and we also have safety supervisors in key places that has also neglected such things. Then thirdly, providing all the necessary safety equipment and motivating employees to use it, like our personal protective equipment, things like that, be used at all times to avert many dangers.
Right.
Then we'll look into investigating accidents thoroughly and correcting the problems you uncovered. Like you said, whatsoever lesson that is being learned should be shared.
Right.
Yeah. Then I think lastly, inspecting the workplace routinely and promptly eliminating hazards. From time to time, we should check workplace to see things that may likely cause hazard, and work towards averting or eliminating that thing. I think this is a little contribution I have. Thank you for your rapt attention.
Thank you very much, Engineer Joseph. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph, for that contribution. Really appreciate it. Yes, can we hear from Mrs. Mary Jane? Please go ahead, ma'am.
All right, thank you. I want to appreciate the presenter for this evening. Mr. Stephen Paul, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing justice to that cause. Well, what I want to say is not a means of advertisement, but I think it's something we all need to hear. We shy away from the truth a lot, and sometimes we try to look for somebody to blame or shift responsibilities, but we need to take responsibilities as individuals. I'll borrow a leaf from the last speaker that said, safety is everybody's business. And I want to mention here that if you are already a member of OSHA Association, it doesn't just end at being a member. I would advise that you try at least to do, even if it's just the supervisors or the officers course, because you cannot be a role model when you don't know what you ought to do. Being a role model is from the place of information, and information comes by learning. What we do every first Sunday of the month is not enough. You need to learn what to do to become a safety professional, so that you can be that role model that everybody is talking about since this discussion started. So please, it's not a way of it's not a way of advertisement, but please, it would be nice if you take any of our courses and be a safety professional. So you don't just add the acronym FOSHA, MOSHA, GMOSHA, whatever it is to your name. You need to earn it. You need to walk the talk, not just by calling yourself a member of OSHA Association. That would be my humble submission.
Very good. Thank you very much, ma'am. That was a very good one. Of course, you cannot be a role model for something you don't understand. You have to build your own capacity as a safety manager. We must continuously develop ourselves. In my organization, I told all my staffs, I said, look, this year you must at least prepare to take at least 2 courses this year in occupational safety and health to upgrade yourself. So as safety professionals, it's important that we continue to learn, because work system evolves every day, and as it evolves, so are the risks, so are the hazards and the risks. So we need to keep learning in order to be on top of our game as safety managers. Thank you. Mary Jane, thank you for that.
All right, thank you so much for that. We need to work whatever we are talking about. So let's work it. It's not enough to say it without practicing it. We have to, if we want to be role model, then we have to be very proactive and effective in whatever thing we are doing. Thank you so much. Personally, I've learned a lot from the training of today. Thank you for the training, Mr. Steven. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate everyone that has made contribution one or two way. We are grateful and we are glad to be part of this today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I see that there are no more questions coming in, so we'll still have opportunity to express ourselves later. Okay, I'm trying to check the comment section if there are other questions raised, but since there's no question here, okay. Okay, aviation industry, especially the safety managers, I must comment amongst the government agencies that are safety conscious. Okay. So it's not a question per se. Not a question per se. Thank you so much, everybody that have contributed, and I'm sure by the time we get a slide, we can always go through again to understand some of the details. So this meeting is also recorded, is available on the YouTube platform. So you can check OSHA Association Nigeria Region YouTube platform. You'll be able to rewatch and then learn things again. So, okay, somebody is dropping a question. Say, how can we meet outreach training? How can we meet outreach training professional? Okay, I don't know whether I'm the one that don't understand the questions or Mr. Paul, did you get the question? Do you understand the question?
I can see the question. I can see the question, but it's a little bit ambiguous. I don't know if that person can rephrase. Mr. Richard Azuka,
yes.
If you can rephrase your question so we can understand it. Outreach training professionals based on local and international. We don't get the question. I think you can discuss with the coordinator after the meeting. You can private chat.
Exactly. You can
yes.
send a message. Yes.
You know,
so that,
so we can understand your question and can respond. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Well, okay, so at this moment, we will move on to the next session in this meeting. Please ensure you write down your attendance so that you will be able to get across this information to you. And also, you can also visit the YouTube channel so that you'll be able to rewatch the meeting, the program, and all that has been discussed later.
If you are not clear with anything here and you have some doubt and you still need clarification, please do that. Okay, so I will call on the secretariat for announcement, and the person that is going to take that announcement is Ms. Rose Dine, member of Occupational Safety and Health Association. So please, Ms. Rose Dine, if you are available, can you please go ahead and give us the announcement from the secretariat? Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, the moderator. Good evening, everyone. And I also wish us Happy New Year. Now, the announcement for today is all members are advised to follow, like, share, and subscribe to our social media platform for regular updates and information. Also check the comment section for details, as this will be one of the prerequisites for certificate of participation henceforth. All the OSHDEX officers who recently joined the association are encouraged to always reach out to the National Secretariat of the association for strategic meetings with their various principals at various MDAs in order to enhance their operations as OSHDEX officer. This is to inform all the OSHDEX officers that are members of the association to reach out to the National Secretariat to collect 2024 table calendar and safety advocacy posters that was launched during the last OSH national workshop. We should also note that these posters and table calendars are to be placed at strategic position within our various organizations. Also, all members, including corporate members, are encouraged to reach out to the regional administrator for partnership, training, accreditation of centers, and training of staffs, audit, assessment, and consultancy of any kind. Members interested in any of the international events should show interest for further assistance. We should kindly contact the regional administrator or visit the International Auth Association website to view the event. State chapters are encouraged to leverage on the directive of the Office of Head of Service of the Federation to establish OSHDEX office in all MDAs at the state levels. All the new members also are encouraged to join their various state chapters and relevant working committees group for regular updates about the association. For further details, please, we should contact our national secretariat. Members are to ensure they register their attendance during the meeting to enable them get their certificates of participation and presentation slide within 1 week after the meeting. Members who are interested in making presentations during the monthly general meetings in 2024 to reach out to the national secretariats on or before the 31st of January, that is this month, for proper coordination of timetable for the year. State chapters are to send review of their activity for the outgoing year and their action plan for the incoming year to the National Secretariat before the 31st of January 2024. Members are invited to attend the Dubai World's Leading Exhibition and Conference for security, safety, health, and fire protection, that's Intersect 2024, and the date is 16th to 18th of this month, that is January. The World International Conference Center, that is the venue, World International Conference Center, Dubai, and the time is 10 a.m. daily. You should contact the regional administrator for further information. The registration for Badge 19 HSC online masterclass training is ongoing. Members are advised to recommend their loved ones to take advantage of this great opportunity, as the registration is currently on promo. We should contact the training department for further information. Thank you all for your time and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, Ms. Rose Daniel. Thank you so much for that announcement. Please, let's ensure we follow strictly every information that has been given out there, especially all the programs of the association. If you are interested in any of them, just ensure you reach out to the to the secretariat, and for proper guidance, you'll be guided on how to register and attend. And for the training as well, you can also ensure you recommend to your colleague, workers, friends, families. Just help them understand the need for safety and why they should get trained, because it's an opportunity. The online masterclass is an opportunity to connect with international delegates, not just Nigeria. So we have about 10 countries participating, people participating from different countries, and also we have trainers from different countries as well. So it makes it to be much more interactive and more educative, and experience being shared from across different areas. So thank you so much for that announcement. Let's ensure we adhere to the instructions and do what we need to do. Thank you so much. So we are going to the next activities in our program, which is the review of OSH Association's NSAP activities in 2023, and then the agenda for the incoming year, which is 2024, the year that we are already, this year. So the agenda that we have from the National OSH Association Nigeria, OSH Association UK Nigeria region, the agenda we have for this great organization, and that is going to be taken by the regional administrator of Occupational Safety and Health Association UK Nigeria region, in person of Dr. Aliyu Ibrahim. Is a fellow of the association, and I will call on Dr. Aliyu if he's available, please, so you can have the podium and take over.
Thank you very much indeed, the speaker, and then the moderator.
Thank you, sir.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you, sir.
We also have a kind of cross-fertilization of ideas together. And when we put all these things together, at least when we're coming about, role of, a safety officer, the role of who we are talking about, at least we need to imbibe the spirit of, to back it up with laws, and at the same time to ensure that safety reigns. And by that, our contributors have also, we are happy for their contribution on that aspect. So, as we all know, in line with the OSH Association mandate of the, achieving zero tolerance always in industries of the economy, in partnership with ministries, as we all know, departments and agencies of federal government concerned, and as well as private individuals for achieving national safety advocacy project NSAP, which was introduced from 2021-2023. And in fact, in line of that program, a lot had been achieved, ranging from awareness, ranging from advocacy, ranging from training, in fact, an identification of key interests. Key areas of concern where it has impacted a lot for that, because the impact of it goes to, as we all know at federal level, we know that NSAP has also triggered an aggressive wave of safety awareness and campaign in the public service, public sectors, of which we have participated a lot. Including the MDs are not left out. So you can see how it is. NSAP as well has triggered the creation of HSE units across all MDs. And as such, training also has been made in that regard by Office of Head of Service of the Federation. That is a remarkable, milestone within the nation. And at the same time, when we're talking about state also, we have a lot of items were distributed from schools across the federal during the year under review. At 2023 as well, materials, hundreds of first aid boxes and others were distributed in rivers and other courts across other states of the federation. All about also 4,000 pupils, and staff across the school state. This is part of the achievement. So when I'm talking about that, awareness in terms of fire extinguishers, awareness about safety, about installations of other things, waste bins in public places, installation of safety signs were also administered during the year under review. In fact, NSAF intend to reach out to all communities, across the world, in Nigeria in particular. So it also have in 2024 as well. It also have a plan, and of which that we are now in. This is why we came out. We now, as we have settled to work, new regional president was have been inaugurated, as well as the regional administrator, with all staff members on board. I think we have no excuse not to achieve the following. One, aggressively to get every stakeholders involved in driving proactive safety awareness, because in this regard, a lot in Nigeria are not aware of safety. In fact, to be surprised where I'm even living, I woke up in the mosque and I just stood up. This thing, some of them don't even know, but aggressively together with your proactive, we are going to find it tough, and we have to make sure that we enter into crannies for awareness. Two, to carry out safety interventions as well projects within your cities. It depends on where you are and how you do it. It depends peculiar of your zone. So please, that is what is also moving on. Training members, training, membership, and again certification of the program is also a paramount. To that end, in 2024, that is 2024, emphasis will be laid, emphasis on workplace safety, very important. We also have that, and each and every one of us, we know how to achieve that. We know the tactics, we know the method of how we are going to achieve that. In fact, safety is everybody's business. Implementation of effective method to improve safety awareness is also a key, and that is how it is. This year, that is our national. We are also to enhance in advocacy. Training is also there. When we're talking about this, if you don't know about something will just come and consume it. So to that end, advocacy is paramount, and that's why we are on board. So improve the display of informations. The way you're going to improve to display information of what we are, of course, sign synergies, at the strategic locations can also be improved, and awareness to that campaign. It is only that when everybody is moving, he sees it and he takes corrections. I think that is what is going to go a long way with it. Ladies and gentlemen, with the upcoming events on the list, we have of 2024. These events are as follows. We have Dubai Intersect, which is commencing on the 6th. To 18th of January, to 7th March, same time in Dubai. And we have here in Lagos from 7th to 9th of May 2024. Other events include from 30th of May to 1st of June 2024. Another 5 big construct events in Egypt, starting from 25th to 27th of June 2024. Other events include 5 big constructs in Nigeria, starting from 24 to 26 September. That's from to October 2024. here in Nigeria. So we have also five big five construct event in Kenya coming up, starting from 6th to 8th of November 2024. And at the same time, we have London Build 2024 Expo, starting from 20th to 21st of November 2024. These are the activities lined up. Furthermore, there's an award, 28th of November 2024, here in Abuja, in a later date. September Health Expo, 2nd to December 24, Excel in London, UK. These are the lineup of events that all of us were encouraged to be all our hands to be on deck to make sure with you people on ground, with all of us like-minded community in OSHA Association United Kingdom Nigerian region, I think we are going to scale through. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless.
Thank you very much, Country Regional Administrator, Dr. Aliyu. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm sure we're able to get details of the activities and events for the association. Okay, there is an input from Dr. Chris Mitchell. So please, you can go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Our very able regional admin. Thank you for outline of events and the way forward for INSAP 2024. Just to add, I'm sure we have some state chairmen on the platform. It's also important, you mentioned the issue of materials, the issue of science. I think it is important our state chairmen should work alongside with the content team so that they can design some of these safety signs. They can design while the state on their own can do the printing, as they go about trying to create more awareness and advocacy. It's important that we take the advocacy important this year. It's good to come to meeting like this. We'll discuss it, but it's very important that we also go out there and do what we should do. Nobody's paying anybody, it's volunteering work. But I believe as we create awareness, as we create more advocacy for people, you can never tell that market, that motor park, that bus you enter, that place, that house of worship you find yourself, you try to tell people about safety, it will go a long way. 2024, as it were, we are starting on a very good note. It's also important if the content team can partner with the state team alongside, it will go a long way. Talking about our programs, it is also very good. We begin to not just outline this date, but see how we can, across both states, how we can create programs, inductions, training. This can also help in terms of revenue generation. It can also help in terms of training, advocacy, and awareness. I just think I should drop this. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you so much. The state chairman and every other expos at the state level also, please, let's take note. It's very, very important. It's very key. We should ensure we create this awareness. Just make sure you are doing your best. Safety is a thing that once you start, definitely the evidence is sure. You are going to see it within the circle. People will appreciate it when you begin to pass this information to them, whether you are paid or you are not paid. But the end point is that life is saved at the process of our duty. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Okay, so at this point, I want to go into the next agenda. Perhaps we have anything. We have listened to the country regional administrator outline the program, the past programs, and the program lineup for the year 2024. If there are some other input that you have that you want to add, or there are some other questions that you want to raise concerning it, please go ahead and let's hear you now. Thank you. You can just raise your hand, just indicate, and you'll be called to speak on whichever angle that you want. If there are suggestions that you want to bring to the association, we are starting on we are starting strongly in 2024. We really want to welcome every idea, every input from all angles to ensure that what we intend to achieve is being driven with all manner of momentum. So please, if you have an idea or something that you want to share with the association, the secretariat, the administrator, please just go ahead and say it. All right, let me hear from Mr. Aminu Kabir Adeola. Please go ahead, sir. Okay, Mr. Aminu Kabir, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. I really appreciate the lecturer that just concluded the lectures, and I give kudos to the organizers. God will strengthen your efforts. I'm Aminu. So my own opinion is that I'm under Lagos State, but at my place, I'm working with Lagos State government, Faculty of Engineering, and there's a lot of assets that surrounded us. We have aerospace, we have NADA very close to us. I'm suggesting that these organizers can organize something like safety lecture or symposium to our area, so that awareness of this association will be there too. So this is my own candid opinion and suggestion to the organizers, so that maybe because I'm surrounded with even Dangote refinery is very close to me, so maybe all these things can be once in a while or quarterly. So we can organize it like that, so that we choose a center or a venue where such a thing can be held. That's my suggestion, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Aminu. Thank you so much. But I want to ask, have you been part of the Lagos State chapter activities?
I'm part of it online, not physically, because my
I
place
don't
is
know
very
you.
far.
Chairman is talking. I don't know you.
Okay, that is the Lagos State chairman.
I don't know
yes,
you.
engineer. You can go ahead, sir. Let him hear you.
I'm still talking, sir. You listen to what I want to say, sir. I joined this honorable association late last year, around September. I joined. So when I joined, I've been participating online, not physically. That's what I was saying. Online, not physically. So that's what I'm saying, sir. I'm part of your members under Lagos State. You can check it. You see my name there.
But try to
Right,
get
no
in
problem,
contact.
sir. Yes, you get in contact with the Lagos State chairman, and from there you
How
can
can
take
I
it off
get
from.
his number, sir? I don't have the number of the chairman, sir.
Okay, sir. Make sure you fill your attendance, and we'll reach out to you adequately.
Okay, I will
Just
do
fill your
that. I will
attendance,
do
and
that.
then from there we'll be able to link
Okay,
you,
sir.
and you can go ahead to
Okay, sir.
do
Thank you, sir. God
every
bless
other
you.
activity. Thank you so much for that. All right, let's hear from Mr. Chidebere Emmanuel. Please go ahead. Mr. Chidebere.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you,
Yes, good
Mr.
evening, sir.
Moderator. Yeah, my name is Chidebere Emmanuel. I am in Lagos. I want to appreciate the Honorable House for all the wonderful work you have been doing towards ensuring that safety is given its place, not just in our workplaces, but in Nigeria as a whole. I don't have a suggestion now, but I just want to feel welcomed, because I joined this organization in December, the last program that was held in Abuja, as an associate member. Before now, I've joined like 3 other professional bodies, but I can say that OSHA gave me a very warm welcome that I didn't get in any of the other 3. So I felt at home as a professional a safety professional, although I'm a safety professional before joining OSHA. So I felt welcome. So I can only say that I would like to have more of what is happening in Lagos. Maybe like if there is a physical secretariat I can visit, or it's something of such, that would be very good for me to move ahead. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you to Engineer Walaka for his beautiful work and other wonderful escorts around him. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chidebere Emmanuel. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely, OSHA Association is a home of safety. So, if you are joining the association, you know that we have everything. The aim is to ensure that your work of safety, wherever you are, is effective. You are a member of the association, the organization is up and ready to help, to come in any way. So just feel free to always reach out to the secretariat. Which state are you, sir?
I'm in Lagos.
Okay, you are in Lagos State. All right.
Yes.
So I'm sure you must have met with the Lagos State chairman.
No,
not yet.
So he's
This
going.
is my first. This is my first meeting.
This is my first time on Mary's name.
All right, no problem. Ensure you fill the attendance. You'll be linked up adequately so that you continue from there. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's hear from Mr. Bimbola Famakinwa.
Good evening, moderator. Hello, good
Okay,
evening.
good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Yes, sir. Go
everybody.
ahead.
I'm glad to be here, and I'm privileged to be part of the inductee for November 38th in Abuja. And I just want to ask that, do we have any chairman covering Osun State? I am from Osun State, and I've been able to identify so many things to be done in Osun State. As Osun State is one of the mining states that mine gold, and there are some industrial companies there, which of course I've been able to visit some of them, and I see that there is low patronage of safety in all those all those places. They don't even have PPE to their workers. So I don't know if you can link me up with the Osun State chairman, if there's anything we can do together. And we were asked to join the WhatsApp group. I actually sent a request to Osun State chapter. I haven't been granted into that WhatsApp group. So that's my question. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Bimbola. Thank you so much. That request will be looked into. Just ensure you fill the attendance, and you'll be contacted, and information concerning the Osun State regional office or state chapter is going to be communicated to you, and you'll be linked up appropriately. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so far, do we still have any? Is there any other person that want to say something? All questions has been answered and issues addressed appropriately now. All right, I believe we have all understood everything that has been said, and you have expressed your mind, ideas, and all information has been expressed adequately. All right, let's hear from Dr. Chris Mitchell. You want to say something to us before we go to the final session?
Yes, thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Justin. My hand went up again. If you listen to the remarks from most of our professional members, you will find out that some of them, they are new on the platform, they are new members. I think our HQ needs to do much more than they are doing now. It's important that each time we have induction, especially in the headquarters in Abuja, it will be very good if you draft these people, send their details to different state chairmen that they belong to, so that they can follow up on them. Like the person said, is from Osun State. Now he has clicked Osun WhatsApp platform, nothing is happening. If he's not interested, he's not passionate about it, he wouldn't do that. It means for the past 1 month, no response. That's not too good enough. You know, so it's important that wherever, if we have induction across the globe or across the country, we should find out the professionals where they are domiciled, send their details to the state chairman, let them follow up on them so that they can, you know, and state chairman too, once in a while, if you have meetings with your people, it's important you also encourage them to bring others that are not part of the WhatsApp meeting that are yet to know. Some of them are not aware. Going forward, it means in our national hub, you can decide to display either the state secretary or the state chairman, their phone numbers on that platform, so that people that are there, they can now know how to link up the different states that they should belong to. This will go a long way to help us, you know, harness our members, and then we all can work together, because sharing ideas, working together is good. It's a teamwork. One cannot do it alone. We need ourselves. We all need each other to work to go to achieve this zero tolerance in our workplace, in our home place, and all the rest of them. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Mitchell. Thank you so much. I'm sure the membership department and the secretariat will be able to do that to ensure that this is resolved as fast as possible. I'm sure they are doing a lot to ensure that all members that join the association newly, they get across to their state chapters, their state chairman, and so it's very, very important, and they have always been working on that. So definitely we are going to do better to ensure that everyone get connected appropriately and all these things not arise again. Let's hear from Dr. Kufre SCN. Good evening, sir. Please go ahead. Dr. Kufre, are you there, sir? Okay, maybe that should be a network issue. He's not been able to unmute himself to talk. Okay, can we hear from Mary Jane? Miss Mary Jane, please. Go ahead, ma'am.
Make a quick submission adding to what my boss had said, my state chairman, Dr. Chris. Another suggestion I want to give is, we know currently there are some states that are void of state chairman, and just like the person mentioned, I'm thinking that we can look for nearby states that are functional and vibrant, so that these people get busy while we get state chairman in the interim for their state. Take, for example, if you're looking at states like we have a vibrant chapter in Rivers, we have one in Abia, we have in Akwa Ibom. So we're looking like states like Bayelsa, Warri. Most times Delta, Bayelsa, they're actually in the Rivers platform, because we actually inducted most of them in Rivers State. So that's one of my suggestions. Secondly, while we bring in new members, let's not forget to also add them to working committees, please. They will quickly integrate from there so that they don't just feel like they are nowhere in the system. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Yes, it's very, very important, and we will ensure that is done in situations whereby there are no state offices existing in some of those states. We can work on, them joining the nearby state to ensure that, or how we can establish, because we always work on how to establish state chapters in all the states, so where we have members. So once we identify members in those states, and it's a good way to go about establishing a new state chapter with the members that are available. Thank you. Engineer Onoma, please go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to every
good evening,
elder and participants. Yes, mine is just maybe a clarification with respect to what sister and colleague Mary Jane just said now about perhaps joining a nearby state if your state does not have a chairman or not very active. So I want to find out how will I know if mine doesn't have a chairman? Because currently I'm in Enugu, and I joined in August last year. Then after 3 months, I was able to get the link for Enugu chapter, and I've joined the WhatsApp group, but it's just a WhatsApp group. Nothing is being discussed except maybe a notice of events like this one that is currently going on now. So I don't know. I tried to put up maybe 1 or 2 charts regarding activities or stuff like, but no response. I don't know. So if now that I am in such a situation, what do I do? Do I now have to go and join Port Harcourt WhatsApp group? But it's not going to be very easy. Perhaps if they have activities, physical activities. So please, I need advice on how to go about this. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that. It's a sign that you have been proactive to ensure that you see activities happening in Enugu State, and this is what we always want to see happening in all the state chapters. Where the none exist, we should be able to, facilitate the creation of one. Okay, but before I say anything, let's hear from Dr. Chris. I think you want to respond to that. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Justin. My professional colleague from Enugu, thank you for that response. I also want to thank everybody that have been on this platform since the beginning of this meeting. Thank you. We are glad you have joined us. We are glad you are passionate about safety, in Nigeria and beyond. I think, Dr. Liu, I will advise you call an urgent state chairman's meeting immediately, maybe in the next 2 weeks. If you have the time, in the next 2 weeks, please. It's important. All state chairmen should meet. All state chairmen and the regional president. I think there's need for us to meet. If you want to add after that meeting, you can do another meeting for all the fellows, across the country to also meet. The essence is that if we know the states that are working currently, the non-operational states, we also know which other states we need to attach to the one that will work. For example, I went to open Edo State. There was nothing in Edo State. I started work there, and today, I don't know if Mr. Oshoma is here, the state coordinator, the state chairman. So same way, if Enugu is not operational, we need to know. And I want to believe that the regional admin or a member of the headquarters is in each state platform. So if nothing is happening, we need to keep every state platform active. She just said nothing, no communication except meetings like this. That is not too good. That's not a good one. It's not a good one. So there's need for all the state chairmen to meet immediately. I was just discussing with Engineer Ogutu Yina, the Lagos State chairman, and I think we should call all state chairman meetings so that we can discuss online. We'll not come physically for now. Let's meet online. Let's know if they have challenges in their various states, how we can support them, how we can help them, and how we can revive those that are not doing very well. Dr. Kufre Nakwaibom, you always reach out to me. We talk often, challenges are not the rest of them. So same with Lagos State Chairman, and the same with Abia. But there's need for us. Others that are not working, we need to support them. We need to encourage them. But then they are new chairmen. They don't know what to do. So in that state chairman's meeting, we'll be able to rub ideas together and chart the way forward. That will go a long way to help our members also feel belong and get involved actively in the business of safety. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chris. The regional administrator is in this meeting, and I'm sure he will take note of that so that that action will be taken immediately. The chief of staff to the regional administrator is also here, I'm sure. We are all together to ensure that this is taken into action immediately. It's important we ensure that all the state chapters are functioning effectively, and that will be looked into. Thank you so much for that suggestion. And I'm sure action will be taken on it to ensure this kind of issues don't happen again. All right, I see that Dr. Kufre SN has been trying to come in, but perhaps due to network issues, has not been able to join. So far, if not, we'll have heard from him as well. So in the absence of any other suggestion, any other input or questions, I want to use this time to thank everybody, to appreciate everyone for your patience and your contribution. Despite your tight schedules, today is the day that everyone is supposed to be, relaxing and enjoying just to freshen up from all the activities of the week. But you still find it thoughtful to be part of the association. Is It's a sign that we all take safety as key in every of our activities and whatever we do. So thank you so much, and we really appreciate.
I move motion
Okay,
for
now,
adjournment.
oh, thank you, sir. Thank you for moving the motion. Before the adjournment is taken, I will call on the Chief of Staff to the Regional Administrator, Occupational Safety and Health Association UK Nigeria region, to give us a closing remark. Chief of Staff, if you are there, please give us a closing remark.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining. Maximum regards to our fellows, as the Secretary fellows who took our time to join us in today's meeting. We thank all the speakers, the facilitator, and other members and different categories of members who are in this meeting. Having listened to all your deliberations and your comments, I can assure you that actions will be taken. And then, as a way of advice, creating a state chapter is not something that we just do. There are processes and procedures that we take. But for states that already have their state chapter and is working, congratulations. For those who are still struggling, nevertheless, the headquarters is there to serve and advise where necessary. The aim of us association is to incorporate health and safety in all aspects of life. So we are striving daily to widen the scope, go deeper into each state, local government, and then get through to the grassroots. Definitely, this 2024, it is part of our mandate to increase our presence in states. So for states who are yet to maybe know their heads or know their state chapter chairman, fine, it's not a challenge. We are still trying to develop and then grow more states. So we'll definitely know. On the chat box, I have dropped the contact of the head of membership unit in Abuja. You can feel free to reach out if you have issues as regards your state group, working committee to belong to. Just reach out to that phone number, either via call, SMS, or WhatsApp. Most definitely, they will attend to you and they advise on how to belong to a working committee and also a state chapter. So that will help us to carry everybody along in their respective states and then hand over those members to their state chapter chairman or child lady, as the case may be. And then the information, everything about the association will get through to everybody that is a member. I thank you all for joining today's meeting. As we have listened and heard, may all of us be safe and resume work, and then we'll also help to keep our environment safe and secure, because that's the basic importance of life. Whatever you have, whatever you are doing, if you are not safe, the next thing will be death. And that's not our prayer and that's not our wish. So on a very light note, I will thank everybody for joining and do have a lovely night rest. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Chief of Staff, to the Regional Administrator. We appreciate that. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Adjournment has already been moved, and are we all seconding the adjournment that this meeting should be moved? We should close for today to convey back by next month.
Seconded.
Thank you very much, everybody. At this juncture, I want to appreciate all of you and thank you for staying in this meeting to the end. Ensure you fill the attendance and all other details will be communicated to you via mail, and those that will be communicated via calls will be done so. Thank you so much and good night, everybody. Can we all on our microphone now and just say good night to everybody and have a good night.
Bye-bye. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night,
everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Cheers.
Good night,
We'll meet again.
Good night, MOSHA, FOSHA.
Good night, everyone. Have fun.
Secretary Port Harcourt, what is our meeting?
Everyone.
Good night.